Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to teach you how to cut off damaged ends and essentially give yourself a good trim. In this video you get a 2-for-1 because I'm also going to be gisting you of my hairstylist from hell that severely damaged my ends and ultimately is now leading me to chop off over 3 inches of my hair. So if this sounds like your jam, please subscribe to this channel and let us dive right into the video. In giving yourself a good trim, the first thing you need to do is to give yourself a really good wash and to work in sections. Now in this video, I'm making use of 8 sections, right? But your section should depend on how dense your hair is. So just work in manageable sections and you should be fine. I am using the ORX heat protectants because I really like it. It's really lightweight, and before applying it I actually had like leave-in conditioner on my hair and my hair wasn't like really wet, it was just like damp. So I sprayed it and then I'm using this comb to comb through my hair to help spread the product effectively and also to help put my hair together so that when I start to blow dry it's going to be a really easy process. So I detangle completely and then I start to use the blow dryer. So I'm actually using a regular blow dryer. You guys should just use anyone that you deem fit, right? And this is the setting I'm using. I'm using the highest air blast, so the one that has like the highest air intensity when it's blowing, and then I'm also using medium heat. I am holding my hair taut at the end to create some sort of tension, and then I'm just gliding through with the blow dryer. So I just keep doing this till the hair is completely dry on medium heat, and yeah, it just really stretches my hair out and it dries it out. Also, one important thing is that I'm not putting so much of the heat on the ends of my hair, because in as much as I'm going to chop some of it all, I don't want it to like get heat damaged or anything like that. I really like blow drying my hair whenever I want to trim my ends because it really helps me to see the knots, it helps me to see the see-through ends, it helps me to see the frizz, it just helps me to get the job done effectively. So for those of you that trim your hair when it's like really shrunken, I really don't advise it because you're probably not doing a very good job. So once my hair was dry, it actually took like 2 or 3 minutes for the hair to get dry. Once it was dry, I changed it to cool air, and the reason I did that was to shut my follicles, because you guys know that using heat on your hair opens your follicles. So it just helped me to shut my follicles, and yes, I was ready for the next step. Now, I use a tangle teaser to brush through my ends because it's really going to show me what I have to work with. And as you can see in the video, the scraggly, I don't know what to call them, but the bad ends are just showing. I'm like, oh my god, so I have to cut this much more off because I've actually like given myself a mini trim before, but I was like not as effective because I didn't want to let go of so much of my length. But it's just really showing me that, god, you need to cut all this off. And yeah, the next thing I'm going to be using now is hair shears. Please do not use regular scissors to chop your hair off. Trust me, even though they seem sharp to you, they are not sharp enough to cut the hair blunt. When you use normal scissors to cut your hair, they actually are not sharp. So once you cut the hair, it's going to divide your hair strand into 2 and just continue the same cycle of having split ends and knots. So trust me on that one. So I've chopped it off, you guys could see it. So I'm just going there to see if I missed any spots, and obviously I noticed that it was good enough, so I twisted this. So I'm going to repeat this exact same process all through my hair. So I'm just going to let you guys observe. It's actually not sped up so much, so I know that by the end of this video you would be able to recreate this on your hair and get rid of those damaged ends. Guys, I'm about to enter the story time, but if you've enjoyed the video so far, please like this video. It really comes a long way to make me know that I've added value. Please subscribe to this channel for more important hair videos like this, and please share with your friends that you feel might need this. And let's just get right into the story time. Okay, so this is what happened. Yeah, so I was with my husband, and we were, in our house. At that time, we were staying in Akwa Ibom, right? We stayed in Akwa Ibom for a few months after our wedding. And I was like, we're going back for December, and I wanted to look cute for my parents because obviously, like married woman, the last time they saw you, you were getting married, and like now you're coming back home for like Christmas break and stuff. And I wanted to look nice. So even though I hadn't made my hair in like a while, I'd been just rocking wigs. I was like, okay, let me braid my hair. But obviously, because I was new to that place, I didn't know a hairstylist, and I'm such a DIY queen. I do my hair by myself, so it's not like I had any need to go to the salon. And so I asked a neighbor, like, oh, does she know any nice hairstylist? And she recommended one girl. She was like, okay, it's not like the girl is like the best in the world, but she can definitely get the job done. So I was like, okay, no problem. Please give me her number. I placed a call across to her, and I told her to come to my house. So she came to my house, and I told her, okay, this is the style I want. Do you get? And I really wanted home service because, first of all, I was pregnant, and I was like in my first trimester. I was not even in the mood to go to a salon. I wanted to be near comfort. So if I needed to like take a break, I would like be in a place where I can easily do that or ease myself, because you guys know how pregnancy is. You'll be easing yourself like 700 times in a day. Okay, so she came to my house and, for the hair, and I showed her the picture. And to be very honest, I don't know, I'm like sensitive in a way that sometimes I just can't tell in my spirit. Like, I was already having doubts, like, can this girl really do this? But because she was recommended, and because I didn't have like any other option, I was like, okay, you know what, I'm going to use her and stuff like that. So she started the hair. It was a bob knotless braid, right? And I was like, okay, I'm just going to give it a go. I showed her the pictures, I showed her the size, I showed her everything, and I was going to use red hair. And then she started it. Guys, she finished like the first 2 lines. And something in me was like, the way she's doing these knotless braids, I'm not sure that she's doing a very good job. Do you get? So I was like, please, can you use my phone to take a picture of my back? Let me see how the hair is turning out. So she took a picture, and I was so disappointed. First of all, I don't know what kind of thing she was doing, but she wasn't getting it at all. And guys, I've been doing knotless braid now for like 2 years. I haven't done a regular braid in 2 years. Do you get? So I know how it goes. Do you get? So I was just like, you know what, this girl is rubbish, but let me show her a video. So I went on YouTube, I downloaded a video that said how to do knotless braid step by step. I felt like because she's a braider, like she just needs to like be reminded of like what she learned in her braiding school or something. So I showed her the picture, and I hoped that she was going to do a good job. Do you get? So she loosened everything, like the 2 rows she had already done, and she said, oh, that's sorry, she just made a mistake, she's going to do a good job. And at that point, I was exhausted, I was tired, I was pregnant, I was dealing with a lot of hormone issues. I was like, I've showed her the video, they said she's a hairstylist, I'm not going to look again, I'm just going to let her like do the rest and stuff. So I didn't look again. She did her thing. I wasn't impressed at all. Now you guys know that I said it was a bob knotless braid, right? And one thing I told her is, please, in as much as it's bob, I know my hair is kind of long. It was even longer than how you see it in this video, because as I told you guys, I've already done like a mini trim, but this is just for me to like get rid of the remaining ends that she scattered and damaged for me. So I told her that in as much as I'm doing bob, make sure you braid way past my hair, so that when you are burning the ends to like create the bob effect, you don't burn my hair at all. I said this to this girl like 3-4 times. Do you get? And she was like, yes, ma. She was so polite. Do you get? And to be very honest, like I'm not moved by very polite people. Like, can you get the job done or can you not? That's just like my kind of vibe. But she was so polite, so I couldn't even be mad and stuff like that. I said this to this girl like countless times. In fact, when she started burning the ends, I was like, are you sure you're not burning my hair? She was like, man, I braided way past your hair. Your hair is not involved at all. I was like, okay, oh, no wahala. She finished her hair. Like I said, I wasn't impressed. In fact, I was angry, but I was like, I've already sat down for like 5-6 hours. I'm not about to, just go. At least I'm relocating from this place. I'm leaving this place, so I'm not going to have to ever deal with you again. Do you get? So that was that. I went back home, and the day I went back home, my dad, who is like kind of like me and blunt, he was like, Funaya, when are you going to do your Christmas hair? I was like, Jesus, me that just did Christmas hair 2 days ago. I was like, that, I made this hair day before yesterday. He was like, are you serious? I was like, yes. So that the girl was amateur and I didn't know, that kind of thing. Then my mom chipped in and she was like, oh, you're going to your in-laws place next. You have to actually loosen the hair and do something nice with a braider that you trust. I was like, okay, I sucked it up. But since I had like people around me, they helped me loosen my hair. And even my elder sister offered to pay for me to do my hair. So I was excited. I was like, okay, at least I won't have to like spend money again. Guys, can you believe that when I started loosening my hair, this girl burnt my hair? Like, as I was separating the part where it was burnt to form the bob, I was literally separating my hair burnt. Like, my hair shingled up. because of the bond. I was so pained because it's like, it's easy to grow natural hair, but it's hard to retain it. Let's all be honest. Like, a lot of people don't look like the amount of years they've had their natural hair, because in as much as you're growing your hair every day, you don't retain as much length, because it's hard. It breaks up easily. So imagine trying your hardest to retain your hair and somebody just burns it for you like it's nothing. I was so pained. I was so pissed. But it's like, what do I do? No matter what I do, even if I call her and shout at her or tell her about my displeasure of what she did, like, she can't change the situation, right? She can't come and give me my hair length back. She has already shingled up like 3 inches. Now I have to like chop, because when something burns, like if you see a rope burn, it will now form like a knob, like it will form knots, jigget. So combing my hair was hard. That's when I did like 1 mini chop. After losing the braid I did for that Christmas, I did another mini chop, and this is like the 3rd chop I'm doing to just like finally get rid of the burnt ends. So it was really painful. Anyway, what's the moral lesson of this whole thing? First of all, I hope this video has like really showed you how to get rid of like damaged ends. I hope it has reminded you that you need to be trimming your hair on schedule. For me, I would recommend like 3 to 4 times in a year. And I also hope that it has showed you that, you shouldn't be doing trial and error with your hair, because it actually takes effort to grow natural hair, right? So make sure you vet it out. Make sure you ask them for pictures of the job they've done. Make sure you are getting recommendation from people that you trust, people that care about their hair. Because in Nigeria, there are lots of people that do their hair, but they don't care if their actual main hair is like really healthy. So you need to check all those things before using a new person. Make sure that you're not scared to tell the person to stop if you notice that the person can't get the job done. Yeah, so that's just it. And just subscribe to the channel, Sha. I'm done. I'm just like checking it out. I'm like, okay, I've done the best that I can. I'm just looking at myself. I'm happy with my results. See my pregnant face, guys. I look so plumpy. Alright guys, please subscribe to the channel. Please turn on your bell notification so that every single time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to know. Please like this video honestly, and comment down below. Tell me of your horror hairstylist experience. Tell me of just what you've noticed with hairstylists in Nigeria, especially because I don't know where the brought those ones from. And yeah, just also comment down below what other video you'd like to see from me, and I would see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. I keep giving you guys the stanky face. All right, bye.